We have the sun in Aquarius, which rules Leo. We also have Uranus and Taurus, which rules Aquarius. Okay? A lot of fixed sign energy here. A fixed sign is all about making decisions and sticking with those decisions. Fixed signs have the reputation of being stubborn, and that's why, because, at least the higher vibe fixed signs will take all the information that they have at their disposal and they will make a decision with all that information, right? And then they will stick to their guns. Now, some of them might make decisions without having all the information, right? Like, it happens. And then you can go and just call them stubborn then, because, hey, you're not listening, right? But this is about making some sort of decision about friendships, romance, children, creativity, and your expansion zone, okay? Excuse me, not your expansion zone, your eighth house. Other people's money, sex, death, intimacy, okay? Now the emphasis is always, they always say that it's where the moon is, but the moon reflects the energies, right? It's the amplifier. So I don't always agree with that, but going by what other people say, it would more than likely have something to do with your friendships or your dreams, hopes, and wishes, okay? Maybe you have a hope that your children will, I don't know. I'm trying to keep this, simple. But, Scorpio, Pluto, that has to do with your values and the way you earn and spend your money, right? And then, so you just have all these squares and oppositions coming in here. So something to do with your friends and romance and intimacy, or your children, or your creativity, maybe taking a loan out for some creative endeavor that you might want to bring to fruition. Okay, your 11th house is all about hopes that you want to bring to fruition. Okay. All right, and then we have the 13th. This is nice because even though we have this full moon here at 24 degrees, the next aspect that the moon makes isn't until Jupiter. It makes a square to Jupiter. So you got 24 degrees to 11 degrees. That's 17 degrees that the moon is not making any aspects. Okay, so it's called void, of course, and so the moon is not reflecting any other energies. It's just being the moon. Okay, it's just the moon. And it's coming out of that full moon, but it's a time where you can reflect and just kind of sit in your feelings, which is even equally better for you, because then the moon goes into Virgo, which is your 12th house. 12th house is all about, you wanting to be alone, you wanting to rest. It's about your subconscious, about your dreams, what you keep hidden from others, what's hidden from you. It has a lot to do with psychology, okay? But it's a time for you to rest, and whatever upheaval may have happened here, you can now reflect on and not have any other aspects like bugging you. Like what happened earlier in the week, just hit after hit after hit, okay? So then the next aspect is the moon squares Jupiter in Gemini. Gemini is about your expansion. It's your thinking zone. You're thinking outside of the box, okay? So you might be coming up with a solution. Whatever happened here, you might be able to come up with some kind of solution, in your subconscious and your expansion zone. People kind of get the 9th and the 12th house a little mixed up, because the 9th house is about expansion, but it's about expansion in the 3D world, okay? Your higher education knowledge, your long distance travel, languages, other cultures. And then your 12th house is all about expanding spiritually wise, into the ether, okay? So you may be having dreams about whatever happened here, okay? And maybe having dreams of coming up with solutions. Okay? So, let's see, then the moon sextiles Mars and then opposes Saturn. Again, we still are in this aspect because these two are pretty slow moving planets. In fact, when Mars comes out of retrograde, it also is going to make another trine to Saturn before it goes on its way. Okay, but again, your career, your work sector gets highlighted with your subconscious. Okay. Then we have Mercury going into Pisces. Okay. Mercury in Pisces. Mercury does not like being in Pisces. Another detriment. Another planet that is in its detriment. Okay. What is that? Okay, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. So you have 4 planets in detriment and then 1 planet in its fall. Excuse me, 2 planets in its fall, because Uranus does not like being in Taurus either. So, yeah. Anyway, Mercury does not like being in Pisces. Mercury is all about boundaries and being logical and facts, as to where Pisces, again, the great dissolver, it doesn't like those facts. Like, I'll show you facts, right? So that enters on Friday the 14th, Valentine's Day. So maybe you might like the ethereal for a little bit for the Valentine's Day. I don't know. But this can go in either of 2 ways. Either you can bring logic and facts and boundaries to Pisces, or Pisces can overwhelm Mercury with confusion. Can bring a lot of confusion and dissolving those boundaries. So depending on other aspects that might be being made to Mercury at the time, my bet is Pisces is going to overtake Mercury for a bit there. And then Mercury is also going to go into Aries, and then it's going to retrograde back into Pisces as well, along with Venus. So a lot of emphasis on Pisces, which is your 6th house of daily habits, work, health. Okay. Let's see. Then the moon trines Uranus again in your 8th house. So you have a lot of emphasis on your 12th and your 8th house. Those are your private sectors, where you do your most thinking, and where you probably want to spend time alone thinking, right? Daydreaming, what have you. Okay. Uranus is all about epiphanies, So you might get a lot of ideas and possibly dreams, or ideas from those dreams, or dreams from ideas, something to that effect. Okay. We then have, on the 15th, depending on where you are, we have the moon opposing Neptune at 28 degrees. Now, I have been telling people this, watch out, it is Valentine's Day weekend, okay? But the moon opposing or squaring, we already went about the squares and oppositions with Neptune can bring out the ugly side of Neptune, okay? The escapism. And it's also, this was squaring the nodes. This is now in alignment with the nodes, with the lunar nodes, okay? Lunar nodes are very karmic. So just, and this being your 12th house is also, you have your 12th house opposing the natural 12th house of Pisces. So just be careful with escapism, okay? Meaning drugs, alcohol, any substances, or anything else that you use to escape, okay, that could be detrimental to you. Because, again, it's on the lunar nodes, very karmic, okay? So please be safe this weekend, okay? Then we have the moon move into your sign of Libra, where it trines Pluto, and then opposes Venus in Aries, which should be about 6 degrees at this point. Okay. Again, you know, any trines are, you can't go wrong with trines, right? So you have the trine to Pluto, and then you have the opposition to Venus, and then you have the trine to Jupiter. And then going on throughout the week, you're going to have a trine to the Sun as well. Yeah, it's, a lot of emphasis on your children, romance, creativity, and your ninth house of expansion throughout the weekend. Okay? And of course, your subconscious. So I am going to leave it there. And of course, I did, the moon also comes in to trigger that darn square again with Chiron and Mars. So partnerships, career sector, that square is going to be going on for a little bit, because they're just such slow moving planets at the moment. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there. Please have a careful weekend of the 14th, 15th, and 16th especially. Okay. If you liked this video, please like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to comment. I do a lot of healing modalities, including astrology, tarot, Reiki, if you would like to check out my website. But until then, also, I forgot, if you could comment where you are in the world, I would think that would be awesome to see how far these videos reach, if they do, right? Until then, hopefully I'll see you next week, Libra. All right? Have a good one. Bye.